Take a deep breath, beloved, and place a hand on your heart. Now the other one on your womb, your belly, or wherever you feel your truth staring. You are standing at the threshold of a cosmic gateway, a moment where the stars remember you and your soul remembers why you came. This is the Lion's Gate portal, a time of light, sovereignty, and soul activation. It's not just astrology, it's alchemy. This is your invitation to reclaim your divine identity, to rise, to roar, and to remember. Because of the high, intense frequency of this portal that we're already in, we're going to go straight into a grounding. To just take a moment to settle into your body, settle into the space that you're in, and close your eyes if you can. And begin by taking a deep breath in through your nose. Hold for a second, and then exhale slowly through your mouth. Now let's do that again, this time with full presence. Inhale, feel your body expand. Exhale and let yourself drop into this sacred moment. With each breath, feel yourself centering, coming back to you, back to your breath, back to your heart. And now, I invite you to imagine a beautiful golden thread extending from your tailbone and the soles of your feet deep into the earth, connecting you to Mama Gaia and to her heartbeat, her strength, her nourishment, her replenishment. You are safe. You are grounded. Now draw your attention upward and visualize a radiant blue-white light above your head. The light of Sirius. Feel the warmth of the sun beside it. And in the center of it all, the fierce, loving pulse of the lion heart, roaring with courage, power, and divine remembrance. Recall these frequencies in now, and see these frequencies begin to stream down through your crown, activating your spine, your heart, and your soul. Now we invite all your guides, your higher self, and your soul council to join you now. And feel their loving presence as they gather around you, creating a beautiful golden circle of light around you, holding you, guiding you, celebrating your return to remembrance. Now I want you to take one more breath in, a deep breath, and I want you to anchor it all into your body. And now repeat after me. You can say this silently to yourself or out loud. I am open. I am ready. I remember who I am. I am open. I am ready. I remember who I am. I am open. I am ready. I remember who I am. Take a deep breath in and out. And when you're ready, open your eyes. Open, ready to receive this week's transmission. Let's begin. Hello, beloveds. Hello, and welcome back to this week's Goddess Energy. Oh my gosh, I was about to say Goddess Energy forecast. I used to do this. I blame it on Mercury because I feel like I've been doing this review thing with Mercury. I wonder, have you been feeling the Mercury retrograde influence? It is a beautiful time to be in because we get to review, we get to go back and see what we need to see, heal what we need to see, release what we need to release. But welcome back to the Sovereign Goddess podcast. And this episode is right in alignment with a powerful Lion's Gateway portal. And so we know this portal to be the 8-8 portal. And one thing I want to say is this: the whole of August is in that 8 frequency. But the Lion's Gateway portal, actually, if you're sensitive to energy, you probably started feeling this like starting like July, the end of July, and all the way to like August 12th, which actually happens like the day after Mercury goes direct, right? So there's a huge chunk of time where this 8-8 portal or frequencies of the 8-8 portal is heightened, right? And so I explained like when we enter into this portal, we kind of go up, and usually it's like a huge rise, right? Because we're getting this influx of high frequency, intense energy. So it's like this big climb, and then we level off for a while, which is nice because then we get to take a time to actually integrate and receive what we need to receive. Our bodies get to catch up, and then from there begins to come back down. So it's like this quick rise, and then we get to level off and be in this energy for a while, and then it slowly comes back down, which the coming back down is the anchoring and embodiment aspect of it. So I love this portal. And as you know, we get these portals throughout the year. You know, like next month, there's going to be the 9-9 portal, which is all about release, right? And then after that, we have other portals that come in to really help us close the year. The peak of the Lion's Gateway portal, we're in it right now, all the way till August 12th. So it's not a 1 day thing. Okay, let's remove that concept of it's only gonna be happening on the 8-8 day, like August 8th. No, actually, you will feel that frequency the entire month of August because the August is all 8 frequency. And then it hits its peak. You know, remember, it rises really quickly, and then it hits the peak where we get to ride it for a while before it comes back down as we begin to embody it into our body. So, you know, on social media, you know, we get to see a lot of stuff that comes in where it's like 8-8 and it's just focused on 1 day. And I feel like it kind of triggers people to feel like, oh, if they don't do anything on that day, like, oh, I missed it. No, you did not. It is such a powerful portal for it to be just 1 day. No, you know, the cosmos divine knows that we are human and that we need some time to receive what we need to receive and anchor it and integrate it and apply it into our life. And I love that the cosmos really help us to do all of this. And I also love that this is happening during Mercury retrograde. I feel like it was cosmically planned. I love this. Like, you know, I don't know about you, but I really look at the flow of the cosmos. So I'm looking at all the portals that open up, looking at the retrogrades that happen, the alignments that happen, and when it happens. And this one is like, it's just beautiful. It's like Mercury retrograde came in and it's like, okay, we need to slow down. We need to like just slow the heck down because there's something we need to receive. And then the portal opens up and we begin to get glimpses of what needs to be remembered. Ooh, what needs to be remembered? What needs to be remembered about who you are? And I'm going to go into details about what the portal is even about. Like what is the fuss about it? Of course, social media makes everything, you know, all it's like it just makes it too shiny and you kind of lose the important part about why we talk about this portal. So, first of all, to understand what is this portal, it is simply the alignment of the Earth, the star Sirius, which Sirius is known as like our spiritual sun. It is 2 times bigger than our sun, or maybe it's more. It's massive, right? And in the Egyptian times, like it was known to be the star or the sun that allows us to ascend to higher dimension and consciousness. It's very fascinating. You should look into that if you're interested in learning about the star Sirius. But the portal happens when the Earth aligns with the star Sirius and also the Orion's belt. So those three alignments, and you probably have seen pictures with, at the, with the pyramid and then the alignment of the stars in the sky, right? This is where it's marking the height of the portal. And something does happen. Like, even if you weren't listening to this podcast, even if you had no clue what the Lion's Gateway is, you feel something. If you're an empath, and I've been getting this from my beautiful empath clients where they're starting to feel like this anxious energy and they don't know why it's there. And of course, it's a high frequency, so it tends to come in as that. You have to ground yourself. This is why I started this episode with that grounding meditation, because we need to dig our roots deep. Every time that we receive a higher dose of light, we need to dig deeper. We need to like anchor or root down deeply so the light can go straight into our earth, which means that it gets to manifest in our reality. It's beautiful, right? So I talked about how Sirius is known as the spiritual sun. It is twice as massive as our current sun. Hopefully, as I'm talking about this, maybe you can tune in, because at the beginning we did the attunement so you can actually feel it. Maybe that'll take you to that that remembrance of Sirius, and perhaps you've had lifetime around that star, right? There's a lot of people who've had like past lifetimes, or even other dimensions. So there's a different dimension of you, of yourself, who is associated with that, with Sirius. When Sirius aligns with the earth, you can actually see with the Great Pyramid of Giza, and this happens in the sun sign of Leo, right? So this whole portal, if you're looking at these aspects of it, just looking at Leo's connected to our solar plexus. Leo is about the heart, big, big, big time heart. When you look at the archetype of the Leo, or people who are Leos in your family, we tend to misunderstand them and think that they're all about the ego, but they have a huge heart. Beyond this, like beyond this, like they are connected to the higher heart. It's like the lioness or the lion heart. That's why I mentioned that at the beginning. And so when we step into this portal, what is happening is that we're stepping into the energy of royalty. You can feel it with the lioness energy. Even the lions are coming through. We're stepping into a portal of remembrance and of the radiant soul light, your radiant soul light. Again, it's like remembering. And I feel like part of this remembrance is like this clearing off that needs to happen to it. Mercury retrograde has been helping us do that. Actually, there's other planets in retrogrades, and they're all helping us to clean out so that we can fully receive that light. Oh, such a beautiful time to be in this timeline right now. You are meant to be here. You are meant to receive all that is coming through. We were meant to receive this. So we've talked about the portal. What creates the portal? The alignment of our earth, the Sirius sun, which is twice as big as ours, and also the Orion belt, right? And you can see these aligned with the Pyramid Giza. And then we talked about Leo, which is, the attributes of Leo, hearts, the lion or lioness hearts, huge, right? And it's also our solar plexus, our seat of power, right? And royalty, remembrance, like all of that coming through. So now let's talk about 8. I love the number 8. Well, it's probably because my life path is 8. And 8, I don't know if you have a life path 8, I would love to hear from you. How is that life path like? It's very interesting because, when I look at that number, the first thing I see, and I can't help it, is the infinity. That's the first thing. So it's like us above, so below, us within, so without. So for me, a lot of my magic is that infinity, right? Which I introduce you to each time that you come and listen to the podcast episode, connecting you to above, to the earth, and your own divinity, right? As above, so below, as within, so without, right? So the 8 really brings in the magic of the infinity. helping us to really understand the interconnectedness of all things. And then when you really break it down, 8 has to do with power. Power, so when we're looking at outside of ourselves, we're looking at the power structures outside of ourselves. Like what is of high integrity? Ooh, I love this. And then we're also looking at our own inner power. Actually, that's what starts. You have to get your own inner power all aligned and integrity. And then you begin to look outside of yourself. And, depending on what your soul path is, whether you're here to bring the outer power into balance or, dependent, right? But we know that when we resonate in our highest integrity, everything else outside of us can't help but shift to match that, right? That's why the inner work is so important. So we got power, we got inner authority, and we also have this karmic balance, because again, that infinity, this karmic balance. So 8 pathways, or 8 light path. Oh my gosh, seriously, there's so much coming through. Let's all ground. Let's take a deep breath in together and out. So the 8 life path, or just the number 8. A lot of people tend to misunderstand it to be a number of abundance, right? Which means, people go into, oh, that means I'm going to receive a lot of money. But here's the thing with it, especially if you have an 8 life path. In order to receive that abundance, all that, the power, inner authority, and then karmic balance, like all of those need to be in place. So all of those need to be in alignment. And then when they're in alignment, or when they're aligned with you, with your authenticity, with the truth of who you are, then the abundance flows in. Then it opens the gateway to abundance. But a lot of people tend to tap in straight into abundance because it's exciting. But you have to do the work in order for the abundance to come in, which means the financial abundance. I mean, abundance everywhere, but people tend to focus on financial abundance. The work is in finding your power, anchoring your power, embodying your power, if speaking and existing from that inner authority. What is your inner authority, right? Speaking and showing up from that space. And then also understanding how karma works with you. I feel like people with life path 8 have an experience with that. I don't know if I shared it with you guys or with my Elevated Empath membership group, where for me, simple thing is like April Fool, I can't even do that because karma balances itself immediately. Like I kid you not, it's just like that. Like if I say something that is not right or that is false, which I don't, because I have learned my lesson. I don't do that. For example, I was when I was working, my coworkers and I decided to play a trick on, it was April Fool. So we came up with a brilliant plan with our manager. We love our manager. She was amazing. And, we decided that we're all going to call in and say that we can't come in because of something. So I chose my excuses that I couldn't come in because I got into an accident and I can't come in. Well, guess what happened on the way to work? On the way to work, I was just driving and a car just like came out of nowhere, hit my car. And here is the fascinating part. The car was exactly like mine. The car that hit mine it was like the twin car of mine. On top of that, the driver, her name was Abigail. You can't. You can't, like, you can't make this up. The moment that happened, I was like, ha ha ha, you got jokes. You played April Fool on me. Immediately the universe was like, cut it out. I know you're joking, but we don't have time for this. You don't get to do that, because you manifest. Your words manifest. And that's what the universe was teaching me. Your words are powerful. With great power comes great responsibility. So I don't have the luxury of lying. I don't even want to lie. Like there's no luxury in that. But anything that is not in truth with who I am, it gets corrected immediately. It's almost the universe like, get back here. You got work to do, right? So I wonder if you're listening to these, how many of you have that experience. Like so far, I don't think I've heard anyone who has this experience of karma balancing itself immediately. It's fascinating. I love it because it sets me free and it also keeps me in alignment with my truth, which is what I want. And so it's almost like, oh, see, now I have to stick to my authentic self. Like I have no choice. And it makes me, I don't know, it makes me happy. It kind of releases this heaviness from me. I don't know how to explain it, right? So if you're someone who experiences this, let me. So here's the thing. With this portal, there's an invitation. Take a deep breath in with me. And this invitation, as we walk through this threshold, we are being asked to release old timelines and step into soul aligned leadership. That's the other part of the eight, the number eight, leadership. So we're being asked, and this is where it feels so good for all of us, like the bigger consciousness, like our humanity, right? Releasing old timelines so that we can finally embrace the new timeline that we've been praying for, calling in or pulling in, right? If you've been feeling this within yourself where you feel like, oh, the old stuff are shedding off, this portal does that for us. It helps us do that. So if you're not doing the work, it's not just going to shed off of you. It's going to actually highlight the things. It's going to show you the things that are ready to go so that you can release it. And then the energy is there to help you release it easily. So as we walk through the portal, we're asked to release old timelines, old personalities, old sense of self, old, like, again, Mercury retrograde is helping us do this thing. Anything that does not resonate with us, we have the opportunity to release it so that we can step into a more soul aligned self and also soul aligned leadership. And when I talk about leadership, it's not just leadership, like leading others, because we have to lead ourselves first before we can lead anybody else. During this portal, I want to invite you to remember this. Who are you? Who you really are beneath this conditioning. So think about all the conditions that have been placed on you. Again, all of those, I see this like layers of a shirt that you're taking it off. Like, why am I wearing this? Why am I wearing? So you can get to the core of who you are. So we are invited to remember who we really are beneath the conditioning, what our soul came here to express, and how we are meant to lead, not just others, like I said, but our own life. Ooh, I love this one. This one is ringing. Like I can feel it. This one is ringing for us. Who we really are beneath the conditioning, what our soul came here to express, and how we are meant to lead our own lives, and then others. Take a deep breath in here. This is a time of soul remembrance, of courage, of abundance, and of divine leadership. This is a time of soul remembrance. So this is reconnecting to your past life wisdom, right? That's what past lives, like the purpose of it. It's like what is the wisdom that we gained from it? And our soul's original blueprint. This is a time for courage, the courage to be visible. We're talking about Leo energy here, the lioness or the lion, right? Courage to be visible and to speak your truth and to show up. So wherever you're being called to show up and be more visible, this is being activated at this time. And everything you need around there will show up for you. This is the time of abundance. Remember the number eight, it does bring in that flow of abundance. And not just in material form, but in love, joy, creativity, and purpose. Expand the definition of abundance. This is the time for divine leadership, leading with heart. And we're going to be seeing a lot of leaders being challenged at this time because of this. Leading with heart, with soul, and with frequency. This portal isn't about forcing anything. It's about aligning, opening. Take a deep breath in here. It's about aligning. It's about opening. It's about receiving and walking through as a version of you that remembers who she is. So here's the thing. Ask yourself this question. What am I ready to release at this time? These would be great journal prompts. What am I ready to release at this time? And what soul code is ready to be activated or is being activated, is in the process of being activated? And who am I becoming on the other side of this portal? Who am I becoming? This is a question that, when we are at the portal of the new year, this is a question that I bring into my Goddess Unleashed clients, because we have a whole soul plan we soul map that we have for the year. And, each year our soul, the lessons that it gives us, the challenges, all of that is helping us to grow to become who we're meant to be. So at the beginning of each year, we ask, who am I becoming this year? And I feel like this portal really helps us to anchor this in. Who are you going to become on the other side of the portal? And if anything, you're not meant to know who you're going to become, because the journey will define it. It's a matter of observing, being aware about what is changing within you. And, I'm talking about on all levels, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, what is shifting within you? Who are you becoming? Be conscious of that. Be aware of that as you're moving through this journey, this journey through the portal. So I wanted to speak a little bit to the empaths here. I feel like this portal is perfect for you, because here's the thing. We as empaths it's our soul gift. It's very easy for us to absorb other people's energies. And if you don't have the tools to really differentiate who you are from other people's journey, or other people's energies, eventually you get lost in it. And so you become someone else or other people. And many empaths right now are sifting through. Remember removing the t-shirts? They're sifting through what is them and what is not. And this portal is so potent for us. We get to clarify. We get to remove the shirts off. It's like, who am I? Each time that we ask this question, who am I? Who am I? Another shirt falls off. Who am I? A false conditioning falls off, right? And the more we ask, the more we can get to the core truth of who we really are. Our soul, it's like we make a clear path for our soul to shine through, which will reveal to us who we really are. And then we have that whole process is backed by this high frequency from this portal. I'm telling you, it's such a brilliant time we're in. Empaths, you are being called to shed what isn't yours. You are being called to release the identity of the wounded empath and step into the empowered one. Not just in thoughts, but really to embody that truth of the empowered empath. So are you open to saying yes to this invitation? You're probably already doing it, because it's just the way the energy is working right now. If you're ready, you're already doing that. With that said, let's go ahead and move right into the activation. So take a breath and open your heart as I call in the message for this Lion's Gateway portal. And close your eyes here. And I want you to just simply receive and listen. Beloved one, you are not lost. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are becoming. There is a version of you, radiant, sovereign, remembered, who is already on the other side of this portal. She knows who she is. She walks with grace, love, and power. She does not apologize for her voice. She no longer dims for the comfort of others. She leads herself with heart fire and divine intention. And she's calling to you now. You're being invited to shed the cloaks of the past, the false stories, the old timelines, the inherited burdens. They're not yours to carry anymore. This Lion's Gateway portal is your moment of remembrance. Your soul did not come here to stay hidden. You are here to roar your truth, not just with sound, but with presence. So let this be your initiation into living from your sacred heart and not survival, leading from your soul, not your fear, reclaiming your abundance in joy, in creativity, in beauty, in purpose, in power, becoming the woman who no longer waits to be chosen because she has already chosen herself. Remember, you are the lioness, the key, the fire. Walk forward. Now you might begin to feel sensations or emotions rising in your body now. That's your soul saying, yes, I remember. Yes, I remember. Hold that energy. We're going to seal it and anchor it all. Now begin to take a deep breath in through your nose and exhale softly through your mouth. Again, inhale into your belly, into your heart, into your light, and exhale anything heavy, anything tight. Allow your body to settle. Allow your breath to lead you home. Now place one hand on your heart and the other on your solar plexus, your seat of power, the center of your confidence, your radiance, and feel the warmth there. Feel the pulse of your soul remembering. Now imagine above your crown a golden portal opens and a radiant stream of light from Sirius and the central sun begin pouring down into your field like liquid gold. It flows through the top of your head, down your spine, into your heart, into your womb, into your feet, and anchoring your divine light into the earth. This light is your remembrance. This light is activation. This light is you, the real you, returned. With every birth, with every breath, allow this golden frequency to disintegrate false identities, stories of unworthiness, stories of shame, and the dust of doubt. They melt. Let it all dissolve and let it all go. You are standing at a threshold with the old behind you and the true you before you. And she is ready. So now I want you to repeat these affirmations with me. Allow these affirmations to echo through your entire being. I remember who I am. I remember who I am. I remember what I came here to do. I remember what I came here to do. I reclaim my power and my voice. I reclaim my power and my voice. I walk with courage, clarity, and cosmic purpose. I open to divine guidance and embody my highest self. I release what no longer honors my light. I trust the fire within me. I am safe to shine. I am safe to rise. I am the embodiment of divine strength and love. I am the living remembrance of my soul's truth. I walk through this Lion's Gate portal as the goddess I was born to be. Breathe in the warmth of your radiance. Breathe in the golden light and let it settle deep in your cells. Now place both hands on your heart and whisper to yourself, I remember, I rise, I remember, I rise, I remember, I rise. Take a deep breath in here and out. Allowing each of the words to anchor and root into every cell within your being, awakening the truth that is already within you. Activating your divine light, activating your divine remembrance, activating your true self, your authentic self. Remember who you are. Remember who you are. Remember who you are, beloved. Take a deep breath in here and out. We now anchor this on every level of your being, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically. Anything that might be in the way of you receiving this activation, we clear and create it, delete it now from all time, space, realities. It is done, it is done, it is done. By the power of three, a perfect trinity, it is done. And so it is, and so it is, and so it is. Take a deep breath in, awakening your body gently as you come back into the here and now, as you come back into the fullness of your body. Bringing all that yumminess into the here and now, into the physical reality. And when you are ready, open your eyes. Welcome back, Rick. Welcome back. I invite you to come back to the meditation aspect or the activation aspect, to listen to it through this portal. Again, we're in this portal. The height of this portal goes until August 12th. And then after that, we move into embodiment. So listen to it as many times as you can to help you shed those identities and get to the core of who you really are, the part of you that knows who she is, who is here to play big, who's here to be all that she knows herself to be. So again, if you are an empath, or if you're someone who wants to learn more about, or get the tools on how to actually be who they truly are, to come home to themselves, to embrace their soul gift as the empath, the empowered empath. Again, you can join my Elevated Empath membership, which is a monthly membership. It is like my low ticket offer right now, so that I can get more empaths in there, because I would love to empower more empaths. Or if you really want to step into the embodiment of the goddess that you are, then join my Goddess Unleashed program. Send me a message if you have any questions. But let's do this. Let's walk through this threshold together, and let's be curious about who we become on the other side, who we reclaim on the other side, and also who we embody on the other side. from my heart to yours. Until next time, have a wonderful Lionsgate portal.